we are in theory streaming. Hello and welcome to Task Confusion for the 20th of March 2026. Hope you're all doing well. The game plan is still the same. Try to get through a couple of ranked games, see how well we do, roughly break even. What's the rate for a win, actually? 135 to 140, so 150. So we're about 8 consecutive wins away from ranking up to Master 2, which seems unfeasible, but hey, that's basically what we need. 8 wins on top of a break-even point, so that is the rough aim for the next couple of months, I guess. We'll see how things progress. So, let's enter the Jade Rooms and let's get things started. Evening, Prospero. Hope you're doing well. So again, probably playing 2 or 3 Hanshan, depending on how things go and how long the games are. And also how, honestly, how the performance goes, to be honest. We probably want to end on a high, so we'll probably try to chase that win if we have a couple of bad games, but we shall see. Plan, of course, is to not have bad games. Okay. I mean, that's a reasonable start. So let's now hit us to one sequence. We have a Sanshikyu possibility. We have Chanter possibilities. We shall see. I mean, that helps. Weirdly, I'm going to cut the 4 here first. We might end up cutting the 6 as well if we want to force this, but this might be a forced Chanter. Well, probably an unforced Chanter. We're not going to call this and go, I don't think, unless things are specifically wrong for us, but hey. Alright, activating an edge on the Pinsy. That's going to be a problematic 6 discard at some point soon. But that's 2. We're now Ishanten. For Chanter Sanshikyu. Yeah, we're going to force this 7-9 now that we got this point, so we're going to see how this goes. Okay. It's not a huge difference between the 2, but obviously if we do draw a 1, so we can... I don't know. Yeah, we can't go there. It means we got the call and go in, but... Yep, this is a 3rd consecutive week. I don't know how long we're going to keep this up for, but the motivation's there. We're going to see if we can manage it. This is what I expected and is a little unfortunate. We are running into this, but we have a 3 hand hand if we get this final closed weight either side. That's not amazing for us. I mean, 2 Dora discarded. You'd think this has got to be a Hon Shinitsu. So it is a concern.
Riichi.
Let's find out how much of a concern it is. This is Mangan if we get it. Yeah, I think the players who are right has the Honitsu at least, possibly a Chinitsu.
No.
Yeah, they also had a couple of my 8s. Nothing new in that position, but I think the hand was bigger, and I think it was definitely worth the attack. Even if we'd have done that, I don't think it would have made a difference. That was an obvious thing on that side, so I don't think it was going to come out from it. This, though, could be Honitsu of our own. We'll see. I mean, it's now 3 pairs in there. We could also go Toy Toy backing up into the Pinsy side of things, or Chitoitsu. What do I want to do here? Let's cut the 6. So depending on what happens here, we're either going to Toy Toy this, or we're going to go for the Chitoy on whichever one of these we end up with. South would have been an okay final discard if we'd have committed early enough, but it's fine. 2 West played, we're not going to switch to that. Going to hold off 1, but that is the first. We're going to call the rest. Well, that's the advantage of not doing that, I suppose. We now have a reach if we get this now. We didn't. I'm going to play the white, though. But with the Khan, we'd prefer to reach this. All my tiles alive.
Riichi.
Alright, now we have to think about things a little bit, but we'll see. Dora. Not ideal, but we'll keep with the thing. 7 safe. Red's unlikely. There are 2 out. We can probably end up throwing that actually into that. This is our attack if we do it. We're not going to. I think we are going to play this safe at the moment. Yeah, there was definitely attacks on, but we're now up against the Kanri. Alright, we have safe tiles for this. It's a shame to just give up on the dealer turn, give them things, but... we can play for... That's... I'm doing the thing you shouldn't do and just pivot back into it, but we have a safe discard here. We have 2 safe discards, actually. If we can hit Tempai, have a wrench hand, we want to do that. But not this time. Well, don't deal in now, please. I guess it's not the end of the world. You can deal in.
Note.
East free. Okay, double Dora start. And looks like this is just a Tanyo push, unless we draw a second north. Get a redraw. We'll change that up. It's not helping us a great deal. 2 goals? Nope. Hey, we've got a pair of Norths. Okay.
Riichi.
And we're immediately up against it. What can we do with this? We have a safe tile that I'd want to keep. Let's sacrifice for Norths. We've already sacrificed for 9s. We can switch to Tanya here. Try and safety play around it. See if we get lucky. Okay. That seems good. 1 to go. Sure. I'll say 6 man's not a guarantee, which is why I'm holding it back a little bit, but if we draw a 4-pin, we're absolutely going for it. 8 safe. We can call that if it's played by orange. It wasn't. East is fine. It's unfortunate that... Yeah, I'm a little concerned with low-high Pinsy, but I think we're going to go for this, and we're going to go for the... Do I get some value? I don't want to give value.
Riichi.
We go with this. It passes. 4-pin for Riichi, Tanya, Dordora. 4 draws.
Mada 終わっていない.
Okay. White Dragon's fine. I have 1 more draw remaining.
Run.
Oh, that was a late green.
Riichi. Hatsu.
Well, we remain third, albeit a weaker third than we were in. Yeah, I am surprised that green came out. Alright. West is our wind. We'll play the 7-pin here. Good draw. We'll close off the 1 free. We'll draw a 2-pin immediately here. Didn't actually draw a 2-pin. Hey, we got away with it. Always draw the ass you just discarded. Okay. So when you're a 7-pin, 7 so that would be ideal. West is also fine. Extension on this would be fine. That's just unfortunate. Well, given things, we're going to play our normal game because it's an early reach. See if we can dodge. Early Riichi, play normal game. It's likely going to be an awkward wait, or it's going to be not that valuable most of the time. Not a guaranteed thing, of course. But the best bet against that is to actually just play a hand and win. South window is safe, but I want to get rid of this 9-8. Give us the Tanyo pivot and see if we can force anything. That's not a bad setup. Double Dora. Okay, we have value as well.
Pong.
C.
Yeah, we absolutely take this. I mean, it's a bad weight, but we can improve this. For its end, if we go over that.
聞こえる。捨て牌三種の声。
Wrong 4.
ズモ
Yeah.
捕まえたわ。
Okay, that's graphic.
リーチ、ズモ、ドラ。
For a freehand hand, that was... Okay, fine. Puts us in the last place. We did, though, probably play that correctly. Dora Eastern, a not amazing opener. Oh, South round. Well, that'll do. Let's start with South. It is ours. It is the round wind, but... A lot of random connected bits. If we get an East, we can potentially make this a cold hand and go for something, but... A little more with that. One thing is, we're not falling behind an awful lot. Among and Sumo turns us completely around into winning positions, so... Just have to actually connect a possibility up. I'm going to get the 7-9 on the basis that we potentially have a Sanshikyu here. Again, very low. That is very much a high end of what could possibly be, but... You know, we might as well lean into that while we still can and we lose not a lot for it.
Chi.
And there's one. Only thing we're missing is the pair. So we have to pair this up, ultimately. Otherwise it's going to be a problem in our hand in about 3 or 4 turns. Wow. I mean, sure. Let's put a tempo indicator up there and see what happens, but this could just be a mistake what we're doing here. Or greed that I don't need. We'll see. Oop. Six sodas, nothing. Sure, we'll abandon it here. Unfortunately, that's freed up yours as well, but I think this is better all around. Arguably, we held that a little too long, but I don't think it would have changed what we end up with here, so. Okay, one man doesn't help. And importantly, we have a call for Tempai. None of them are very likely. There's one of each out. But it is a call for Tempai. We still got that free pin possibility. Just turn this into a 1-4 wait and hope for something. Well, we'll take it. Red one for 2,000. Dealer turn. Okay. Well, you know there's something here. Doesn't even have to be that much. Pair of greens is always a handsome start. We have we have 4 pairs in this opening hand. We begin then with 6. So we're assuming Chitoi, so we're going to get our middle things and hope we can pair up to some other stuff. Yeah. Sure. We're also probably calling all of this. Nice. 5 pairs. So there's no help.
Boom.
Should have taken the calls off. We played a 4. We played a 4. We'll play the 1. Sure, let's go.
Boom.
Well, the war begins.
Boom.
And if we get the 8 as well, the 8 man, this might. I don't know. Might be indicative of something.
Boom.
Didn't happen. It's fine though. So, Toy, Dragon. 5-8. And we get the hit.
Low. Hats. Toy.
So 5-8 direct hit off a leader should put us pretty close to on top. Renchan. Okay. Red. Could definitely be better, but if we pair up either of these, we're probably in business. That's okay. We'll cut that for now. Want to call that as well?
C.
Yeah, you do.
G.
Not enjoying this quick attack on my dealer turn, but hey. That's what it is. We'll have to play a 7-man here. And we will. That's an improvement, though. South is potentially a problem.
Bong.
Yeah, Rocking's free calls. Alright, let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 8, 9. Both of them are awkward. Yes, we cut that now. Yeah, we cut the 8, 9 because 9 allows us to accept the 7 first if that comes to it. And we get the 7. Okay, we cut the 1, 2. Ishanten. Trying to look at if I take that and pivot, but I think we leave it. We've got 2 safe tiles now if I want to bail. See, that was what I was considering about the bail, actually, because then I get the 2 and I move into the long thing. I think this is still fine. I've got obviously I've got 2 pairs. I accepted 1 past that. I don't know.
G.
So now 6 pin gives us a Tanyo. Should have held off. That's me being silly. I didn't even look at the fucking. It tells me things, so you know. All right, fine. Yeah, that was an error, but it didn't ultimately cost us anything. That happened anyway. 7-9. We move to 3rd, I believe. Oh, actually, we're quite close battle for 4th. We need a win out of this, and that is a dragon set immediately. Plus, okay, this is a quick one. Far behind are we? 8-4. Honestly, we have nearly first stand reach if we do things here, but didn't get round to it. So come on, fill in those close weights for us. And no, but that's not a bad draw either way. We'll play the West. Nine doesn't help us. I mean, 3 is Dora, so white reach Dora would be fine.
G.
Well, this is very much a battle for avoid last place now, which I don't enjoy. Actually, to be fair, they're the most fun games I tend to have. But, yeah, definitely don't enjoy it at the time. We're going to play the 8 here. So, now we're set. Yishanten. Not doing anything with that. Two-pin doesn't help. Come on. Give us something. We didn't even accept a 9-pin call. Does that do anything for us? I don't think it does, weirdly.
C.
No, it does something for you. But that's, you know, what it is. Come on. Nine pin, 5-man, 3-man. 6. Sure. Don't enjoy that.
No.
5-8. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, 1 hand to go, and we need something. We need Mungan to get out of last place now. 2 hands to go, at least. Okay. Unfortunate, but we were in a position where we were probably going to fall to 4th anyway. So I think we had to go for that. Unfortunately, now everybody's incentivized to go quickly. And this is not a quick hand. I almost want to take it.
Pong.
You know what? High-end value. Let's go.
Pong. Pong.
Just remember going quickly. Draw one pin, I'm going to be quite happy, but the rest is going to be a bit
Boom.
unfortunate. Yeah, we've been overcalled as well.
ポン
I'll get it back. Once that'd be nice. Once that'd be nice if nothing else is a threat.
ポン
That makes it so difficult to play these.
ロン
There's something going to have decency to be valuable because of that. I mean, deal 7-7 actually does put us to... That does give us our third place back. Was not expecting this stat to necessarily work out in our favour that way, but hey, we'll take it. Alright, this is a better hand. In terms of recovery jobs, I'm not sure what we do. We just need to do better than you on the left. So, south to start. That was very much chasing an impossibility more than actually anything skillful. Alright. We finish one of those two close weights. Get rid of the honors. Maybe we're there. Little live white. So that's going to be a problem later on. This isn't looking like it's going to be anything I can go easy on. And it's going to be another Tanyo attack from the left. Something I'm not going to be easily able to follow.
G
Okay. Tenpai might matter as well. I don't know.
ロンもう逃げ場はないタンヤを
I'm sleepwalking into things. That was dodgeable. Alright. Focus up. You now need a free hand. Two people Sanch Q seems like the only shot we got with this one. Door is 7, which we do have one. Reach town pin. Dora would also get us the Mungan, which we do need. Well, we don't need a full Mungan, to be fair. Free hand, though. Dora is definitely not going to be a thing we're going to object to, though. But would love to get these frees. Any freeze. Double Dora, though. Okay. New plan. New plan. Force Tanyo.
Riichi
1,000 points on the board. We do not care about that.
Pong.
Alright, take the door free, and we try to ride this out.
カン
Yeah, somebody's after a big
多
win.
分大丈夫かな
Chi.
One more improvement. That'll do. Move on the 5.
Riichi.
なるほど。俺のあんこは。
ロン。
That seems unlikely to manage it for us, defending. Yeah. Even the Mahjong, we are going to take a last place out of our first game. Well, we got a double win last time, so that more or less brings us a little bit better parity. I know it's a 200-ish penalty here. Yeah. There we go. So between that and things, how much do we drop? Yeah, 200 points basically, which undoes basically the most of my win from that point. It's fine. All right. Let's have a quick check of that one. Okay, so we're gonna ignore the draw here. I didn't deal in until we got to South Free was my first actual deal in. I think it was just trying to pivot around this one, wasn't it?
Pong.
Yeah, I made the commitment, and that ultimately cost me here, even with this 5-8 switch, actually come to that. 1-8 on the board already seen. It was the last 8. I think playing this slower and with what I knew, because ultimately the 5 was a call for Tenpai. I don't think I could realistically not have done that. It's just this unfortunate, but I think I was always dealing into this one. Alright. So that happens. This one. Was this just an early indecisive one?
Loan.
Yeah, I just hit against the double call. Need to not do that, please. Thank you. Wish I could turn animations off during this preview, but yeah. I'm in a position where I kind of need to worry about things. Maybe I should have been more cautious about this. I did see the 2-4. This was fine. This is findable. Though that wasn't safe. Ah, well. Alright. That happened. And then we had the Mahjong there. What else did I deal into? 5-8 recovered. And then I just didn't deal into things. So really, those are the only 2 direct deal-ins and probably just a few consistency mistakes as I went through. But, alright. We went down to last. Let's see if we can recover some points. Okay, this is not amazing. But I drove a pair of Norths. There's a high end of 6, 7, 8 Sanchku with North backup. We'll see. Ultimately, I want something around this 7, so I'm hoping we do get somewhat towards that Sanchku. Okay, good draw. Fortunately, this is problematic for this. 7-pin only weights coming up. Or a non-fu North paired reach hand, possibly. I'm going to keep that over this 2-4. Okay. So Dora replaced with Dora. Drawing north, I think we have to reach with this. Ultimately one Han, but obviously this is the downside of potentially being multiple Han for somebody else. Ooh, that's an interesting draw. So we have to close 6 if we go for this. Sure. Yeah, why not? Let's go. It's not a good reach necessarily, but it's got 2 Dora. Opening hand, 2 Dora. Let's see what happens. Put the early pressure on, see what comes of it. And you never know, there might be a 6 I can still draw. Or a 6 that somebody will play, because why not?
Riichi, Dora, Dora.
Reach in 2, plus our own reach stick back, 30,000. Okay, reasonable start. Let's see if we can continue it. And that's looking decent. No complaints here. Definitely no complaints here. I mean, this hand's almost done. We need to pair something, preferably the 5 so at this point, honestly. But even drawing a 7 or a 9 man here gives us options of the possible Itsu variety. And green is now a safe discard for the final bit, depending. But we'll play it now. If anyone wants to Terminal Dora, they did not. There was a pause on it though, so I imagine that somebody could have called it. Admittedly, one I was already played a little earlier, so. 569. Sure. Look at that way and see if we can get something from that. Wait, there's nothing.
Gee.
Might not have made a difference, but we did cut the 8, so extension here was unlikely. I don't know. So 5 is safe to play, 9 should be safe to play, 7 not necessarily, but is the middle of these. Probably going to extend one direction or the other. We don't have a close weight that way round. Only 6 are left, enough of them. We'll hold off, see if we can pin through this. Any mid-low Manzi. Admittedly, we've got the 2 pin that we discarded, we've got an 8 pin that we discarded, but it's...
G.
It's probably fine. It's two unlinked terminal middle sequences, so I don't think the value's there unless they have a bunch of 1 pins, which they shouldn't do. There's only 2 out.
Ron.
Waiting on one of them though.
三色同順ドラ
Yeah, ultimately cheap hand. I'm pretty much okay with that. That's just rebalancing third place a little bit. They're both now, admittedly on average, the same distance away from me, but you know, the gap to third has increased. This is not a good start. Oh, clear up honors, see where we are. Immediately 7 reversed, but okay. Well, we're now on the pairs, aren't we? We only have 3, admittedly, but we are kind of on the pairs. Ultimately, we're probably folding the moment anything significant happens from here, but, you know. It's probably fine. Okay, we trust stable. We have an east which is safe, and we hit our 4th pair. We have 2-1 that's safe to discard, so we'll probably end up doing those. So 1-1-1. The 2 is not walled off. So the 1 is not walled off yet, so it's not guaranteed. And we can play that. We can also play this. Yeah, unless we incidentally do it and we're still safe, we're probably not going to focus on staying here. Well, assuming that extends the gap to third a little bit because they're the dealer. Not quite Mangan. Do fall to second, but again, 10,000 gap to third is what we care about. Also, it's early the turn. Okay, see if we get a redraw. Didn't happen this time. I mean, this is pretty good Tanya. If we get something connected to this 8. By which, of course, I mean specifically a 7, but... Or another 8.
Pawn.
Okay, we're dealing with Carnage, which has given me an extra Dora.
Chi.
Ishanten.
リーチです
So we might get a 7 out of them with this one. Ooh, that's really awkward. Tempo, but I have to cut the door to do it.
ロンです
Go in anyway.
リーチピンフドラドラ
What did else in with the Dora? Fall ourselves back to third. I guess avoidable, but dealer turn with extra Kanda, yeah. I'll review, but I think I can stand by that one. This is a strong start.
Oh.
Yeah. Again, I think that was still correct. I'll review it later, but yeah. As dealer, I don't think I was in a position where I could necessarily just, you know, be passive around that. Alright. What's the second one? Guess we go this way. We'll take the 6s if they come up, and well, if I take the 6s, I think I have to take the 6s and just force the 1s and go for a cheap hand. Yeah, definitely an argument to call that 7, but it's probably fine. If we could draw something that isn't a Associate tile, we'd be quite appreciative. Nah, we asked.
Chi.
So this is a step move largely because I've got to get rid of these ones anyway, so sure.
Ron です Huck
Alright, 1,000 points to move the game on, not going to object to that. I mean, Dealer Mungan is still comeback at this point. We're not out of this by any stretch. In 4th place has lost their dealer turn. And we have 2 identical sequences. Would love to draw something connected to the first one, of course, but you know. We can play 7 here, it's isolated.
Chi
Yeah. we hit Dora, and 2-man gives us our Sanshku. Just need to pair something up, really. We'll draw something that isn't a terminal. I mean, even a one man wouldn't be the worst thing to double up on here, but we're just drawing useless terminals again. And dealer's on a quick call with Dora. So that's, I mean, that's 2. That's bad. Alright. See if 6-0 passes. It does. Alright. 2 closed weights remaining. Give me a 2-man. No. Oh, okay. Well, that secures the player in first place, brings second closest to us, so... Yeah, on balance, it's easier time to get second now, so... Still want that win. We still have the last dealer turn, we still have a shot at it. Alright, free edge or closed weights, and... see if we can finish any of them. Or make new ones. Look at the sound skew a moment. Sure. I mean, now we can't accept the 4, so again, there's a higher hand value here, but only 3 specific things to make that work. That probably isn't correct.
捨て牌三種の声
Now we're cutting the 3-4 over objectively better things to be cutting right now. We are on tilt.
Riichi desu.
Unfortunate. Alright. Well, now we're fully on tilt because we're just gonna fold this. Not that we can do a lot of folding about this, to be perfectly honest with you, but that passes. So we'll make use of that. Hit a pair of greens. I say not impossible that we can continue this, but I think we do play the greens. Seven. 9 is not walled off as guaranteed safe at this point, but it's our best shot right now. Yeah, I'm out of things. We're just gonna play 8 pins. That's it. Let's make 5 so pass to be safe fully here, but we have a shot at hitting Tenpai now, so we'll go for this. 5 pin, which was just played, might come out. Throw an 8 and at least have Tenpai at draw, which might matter.
ノーテ
Okay. Still need a Mungan. I'm okay with this. East to start. North does not help us. $14,000. Worryingly, only 700 points away from fourth again. I mean, double fourth means we have to continue, right? But we'll see. Okay. Now we have the classic too many pairs position, but we got the north, so we can definitely cut. And in doing so, we open up a Tanya here, so we'll see about that. Let's get draw. Cut the north, hope we can pivot, see what happens. Good draw. Just adding opportunities on this side. $36 from you would be quite nice. Or another free so. I'm not going to argue another free so. There's a reach. We have Teodora. We have Tanya attack potentially here. I don't know if we fold to this. All the mods are risky. Five man if played gives us Tenpai. We do have to play
地
to play risky tile for it, but we now have Tanya Doradora. Free-sided weight.
つもリーチつもドラ
On to last place we go. We now need a four-hand, well, three-hand victory as dealer, essentially. We've had so many nearly hands here. We need something out of this one. See, we get the redraw. Yeah. And this is going to be easy to force either. Free pairs. One triplet. If we pair up Badura, we're going Toy Toy all the way, but
ポン
overcalled. Tanya is still possible, but if I do that, I've got to commit to it pretty soon. Also is not helping.
Pong.
カン
some carnage. Yeah, Vidora has been safetied for us. Okay.
聞こえる捨て牌三種の声
ポン
That is what we needed.
チー
South should be fine. We're too far behind, really. Is the actual truth of this. But that helps. I'd say being so safe is also useful.
Pom.
Alright, our last tile is a south. If we can't... The 6 is not a good tile to be waiting on regardless, so we will switch up here. But...
Pom.
Is 8-pin a good tile? Better than the 4-so. Oh, 4-4. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Let's just... Oof. Alright, well, we gone 4-4. But surely the third game can't go 4-4-4. But we can. This is probably going to be the last game, but we're going to see if we can play this out and not end on a complete run of absolute losses. Okay. Starting dealer. We have potentially a redraw? Nope. Pretty happy with this. We're probably going to end up cutting this next with improvements, and that is one of them. It is an interesting set of discards up top. And that is an interesting draw right there.
Pom.
Not gonna come. We are dealer, but I am not that greedy just yet.
C.
Okay, Ishanten.
Chi.
Alright, single tile Tenpai for the moment. Then we get it.
Lo.
Hope, of course, was to shift that across, but hey.
Chun.
We'll just take the quick Renshan and move on. West to start. Again, 2 pairs, 1 run, and a few disjointed honours. So let's see what happens when we get rid of the honours. We get a bunch more terminals by the look of it. And no, that's fine. Okay, so this is just going to be reach only as far as I can tell. Maybe with some stuff. Good draw. All the 9s are slowly disappearing, and that helps connect this back up. So if we draw a 7, we're actually Tempai. Well, most obvious, the hardest one. We're either going to be waiting on the 7 or we need. Oh, you know what I mean. Those an okay draw. I don't think we do push this Titania necessarily, but it's not impossible. Draw 7, cut 9, but could we cut for the winning position if we get that?
Riichi.
Sure, we'll follow up the 5 with Reach. I mean, this is, again, no value pretty much, but some chances it are free. And this will be worth more for the draw state, if nothing else, so it's fine. Wrong 7.
聞こえる捨て牌三種の声
Nobody's scoring Dora free, which is nice. That is a fall from Momo.
まだだまだ終わっていない
You have 2 Dora. I guess with 2 Dora, I'd be considering, do I have the value to go with this?
Can't.
Maybe less now, but we have just can't. So, no, okay. Stay in Senpai. That's giving me a last draw. Come on, 1 last 7 there. Not quite.
Tenpai.
Well, we pick up the draw. Plus 2,000 overall because I did lose a reach stick, but Renshan continues. What's the start? Can we win a 3rd? He says win. Keep the dragons back a little bit, just because at this stage we probably want one of them. I'd say Honitsu's a potential plan with this hand, but... maybe that's one we go for. Okay. So, definite attempt at the Honitsu on that side of things, and the last remaining bonus tile would be the White Dragon. Good to know. I don't think I can even really go into that. How are whites though?
Pong.
G.
ドラ切りなんてもったいない。
Chi.
I'm probably being too aggressive with this, given that I'm fairly certain that the 6 can't come off anymore. Was that 666? Yeah. There's 1 6 remaining. Which seems unlikely to be played in most positions. I mean, draw free so. Draw free so we're probably in business, but. Oof. They are south. That's one of the bonus stars they were potentially waiting on. But with dealer, we've committed now, so we've got to at least try to stick this out. Calling that does not help me a great deal. 7 is awkward for a lot of reasons. Ah, God damn it. Well, we tried to stick this out. And that's for last 6.
Mada da. Mada owatte inai.
If I get a 6-9 here, obviously for a 10, but someone's thinking about that quite hard. Nope, we're out of this one. I mean, as dealer turns go, that's probably fine. I mean, you're just about positive.
Note.
End of the deal turn in the lead by admittedly not a huge margin, but you know, I've had worse deal turns. Absolutely, I've had worse deal turns than that. But worse deal turns than that this game. this set of matches, I should say. Okay. Well, this is building up okay. Like something connected to these, or failing that, just to ignore them completely. Not the most useful things, but I suppose it's fine. Cut the one here, extend on. Hope to draw the free man now.
Riichi.
Well, we can pivot out. Red's live, so that might just be us out of this hand. Okay, Merman might have the set of reds, or is just deciding to go for it anyway. Yeah, we're not staying in this one if we can avoid it. So 777, they're not all completely off yet. We have 6 pin as our next absolutely safe tile. Well, we have a pair of ones for that. Hello there!
まだ終わっていない
This is me attempting to recover from 2 4th places and back to back. Which, you know, just is the full circle because the last time I streamed I went 1-1, so... Only the points were exactly aligned that it meant it would zero itself out, but it doesn't quite because of the penalty. Ah, well. Okay. There are a lot of bonus points on offer. We probably want to try and finish a hand, any hand, if we can. Unfortunately, this doesn't look like the hand that's going to do it. Given that it's 7, 8, 9 Sancho Q at the high end and closed edge weights on most sides. But we'll see. Okay, that's not bad. So 8 opens that up a little bit. Probably going to end up cutting one of these off and ignoring the Santa Q chance, but hey. Let's see if we can now draw an east immediately after this guarding one.
Pong.
Not quite. But we now have Tudora. So now we absolutely do want to fill up one of these closed weights. Discard the other one. Maybe it's even worth potentially calling that. I don't know. I think we cut this way around. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we have an 8-pin discard that's safe against that. Well, that's a deal in. I was going to say that feels like that should be the first significant exchange of points this game, but really it's not done that. Well, I mean it's fine for us. We're staying second with a bit of a buffer, completely fine from our end, but. Okay, this is a good start. Just hope to draw something connected to this, and that is what we got. We got something on the other end as well. Okay. Then if we connect the dots all the way through, find some way to get a pair out of all of this nonsense. At the moment, ask and you shall receive. Yeah, sure. We have 2 the same, and I think these are... keeping both of these is fine. Although 2s have just been played, maybe I should have got rid of the 3-4. West doesn't help. Tea is extremely cold.
と裏切りなんてもったいない。
Yeah, we've seen the 2-5. We're going to cut the 3-4. We will immediately now draw a 5-man, but you know. This is probably correct. Ishanten. Don't any 6s or 9-man. That is not ideal for us, given 4-man played not long ago. But we're going to pursue it.
Riichi.
つも悪いわね。
Oh, they had all of my 7s.
リーチ、つも、タンヤオ、ドラ。
4 of my outs being in the other Riichi's hand is always going to be annoying, but, you know. Alright, well, we've had our first 2 significant hands of the game, and because of that, we're now into 3rd as we go back into South. Okay. 2 Dora plus Dragons. I think we're going to see if we can keep that. Multi-pairs. Do we want to keep on this train? Not sure. We'll go that way around for now. T-Man's isolated. Pin does not help us. I should probably be cutting the red or the white here, but we're going to commit a little longer on those 2. We already played a 2, we'll carry on with that. So we can't toy pivot really anymore. Well, we can. There's still a 9 that's likely to come out, but these 2 are both middle pairs, and the rest is kind of disjointed anyway. Yeah. We kind of needed one of these 2. Not going to call for 2nd. West doesn't help us. And now we're keeping this a bit too long. So I really hope there's some in the wall we can draw. If there's not, we're going to have some problems.
Riichi.
Very rapidly. Sure. I know we were talking about pairs, but I think we have to safety this. We are too far behind, and that is the 1+, and I cannot really afford to deal into.
Riichi.
Hopefully, it's going to be self-elimination there, but we'll see. We have a 7 that's safe. Well, yeah, yeah, 7 is safe now.
Run.
Yeah, we just need to over that. So that's securing 3rd place.
Riichi.
We lost the last dealer turn. Oh, that wasn't even that valuable, actually. Alright, well, yeah, it is securing 3rd place. We still have a shot at the win, though. So there's that. But now we need Mungans. And another clear the honours, see what happens style hand. And of course my wind was automatically removed. Four pairs though. Let's see, pairing up with Dora would be nice. I might even be committing to this. We'll find out. Unfortunate. That's one triplet. The problem is all my pairs are well, all those are middle pairs, and also that happens. So there's that. Should probably still play our normal game against this, but it's been that sort of night. Do we be a coward? No, we're not going to be a coward. We're going to play with 9. Didn't matter either way. Was a 6-9. And that was a dealer sumo, so ultimately that's just doing nothing, but making aspirations of first a bit more of an impossibility for us. Byman kind of needed there for doing that, but still, Mahjong for second is fine. And what we're probably looking to do here. This is a good starting hand, though. I mean, that's awesome. Okay, so very much looking at Pinfu with this. We could do with pairing something up. And that kind of does it. Okay, Ishanten. Doing a full Tanyo swap could be a thing that's happening here. Who knows? Four 7 in either seat, please. Okay, let's see how this goes. 4-7.
Riichi.
Reach, Pinfu, Sumo, Dora 1. I mean, Gale playing a 4-7 would be very nice for us, but I don't think that's going to happen. Hence why I'm already counting this as Sumo if we get it, but even if it just brings us a little closer, we're free to go, I'd still be fine with that.
Riichi.
This was the fear, that it was going to get attacked, but no, we're drawing safe tiles for the moment. Two more draws. Too safe. I mean, nothing you can do about it if it's not, but you know. Wrong 7. I think this is goes to a draw.
Tenpai.
Okay, so 3,000 closing of the gap means we need a free hand. Actually, they're dealer, so yeah, free hand sumo would be perfectly fine here. Also, a lot of bonus points in the middle. Let's cut the free pin. So the dream obviously is possible to see from here, but that is very much a dream. That is a more realistic possibility. Just get a hand completed. Paradora would be extremely nice if you were to give me that, but I'll take an 8 or a 7 right now. I mean, Dora. I was joking, but Itsu is definitely on. 7 or 8 man, please. That is a 9 pin, not what I asked you for. Seven so would also be okay. It just buzz forces into the Dora weight, but
Dora 切りなんてもったいない。
follow? I think we follow.
聞こえる捨て牌三種の声
We follow and go for the more reasonable line here. But we do need to do something on that. Okay, hold 6. Not a great thing to be holding with a 4 discarded, but we'll do it anyway. Come on, some progression, please. Okay, that'll do. Ishanten. That was a 5. That would also be annoying, but we'd have still gone with it. But alright, come on. Multiple tiles to Pinfu. We get there. What should we be discarding? 3 or 6? I think we are discarding 3.
Riichi.
One into Chi, into discard Dora. So attack coming on from Momo. Momo doesn't need to attack. Momo should be a little... I don't know. What's the gap there? Definitely more than the Mungan. Maybe they feel they can. Alright, 5 or 8 please. 3 more draws. There's a ton of bonus points in the middle. Double attack. But if they can attack with safe tiles, then that's what they'll do. I mean, they're at the expert tables. I would imagine they are just playing the safe tiles into that. Oh, that's a triple. They've gone aggressive from it, from 3 calls back from the Riichi, but I have 1 more draw. It is all irrelevant if I draw a 5-8 here. That's an East. $5-8 for Tenpai, please. No? You need to stay in Tenpai, I think, if you want to take the win. Ah, they played it sensible. I don't know if they even had an option for it, but hey. Okay. I do need to actually get a hand complete here. I can't draw this into second place, but that will definitely do for a start. Toy Toy, weirdly. Toy Toy Dora, freeze free Han. That is what we need. Wow. I mean, yeah. Sure. I mean, they're middle tiles, but West we can get. West we can make a start at it. We already have a triplet, so this is... There's so many points in the middle. We didn't even need a hand this big. Dragon is enough, but that's what it's given us. I mean, 21? No, we have no shot at connecting this. Unless this goes really silly. We have no way of, you know, of making this into certain high value hands that we might want.
Pong.
So we're absolutely going to take this. Absolutely going to take this, and we have Toy Toy, Toy Toy Dragon, and Dora for 8,000. On two, unfortunately, closed tiles here. We are going to keep the... Well, do we keep the free hand? It's the argument now, because we could swap this into this sort of way, and we'd still have enough points to take second. Hey Mono, how are we doing? I mean, Toy Toy Direct hit. Dragon, Toy Toy 1, Mangan, 8,000, 8,000. No, even on Direct hit there, we'd need to go to Buyman, even with the 3,900 extra points. Which is really just a bonus at the end. So 16 plus 3. Yeah, we don't have enough. Yeah, this was definitely the right call. Over the 5-6 weight, but we'll see. Did you know how to play before, Mono?
Sumo.
We got the sumo. Alright. Dragon Sumo 1.
Dora.
Plus all of the bonus points. That puts us up into second. We will take that after all of this. Right. So we claw back 63 ranking points. And apparently the day has changed. So, yay, we signed in for 3 days. I will not be signing in for any more this week, I don't think. Oh boy, so, yeah. Negative 194. 193, negative 190, plus 63. So, yep. Yeah, minus 300-ish for the day. Ah, well. I said we needed 11. We needed 8 wins above a flat score to continue and go up to Master 2, but hey. Oh, dear. Right. Well, Mono has joined us, but I think I am going to call that a stream here. That was my third game. The luck is not with me. Maybe the jam will be with me next time. Yeah, we'll see about other things. I say I have enough gems to set up another tournament lobby. We can do that, but I obviously want to make sure we got people for that if we do that sort of thing. And, you know, I actually am getting... I still am liking getting into occasional ranked games. It's giving me an excuse to do it more than anything else, which I think I need an excuse to keep doing this, because otherwise I'm just going to stagnate where I am and just never play ranked, and... I don't know. I do enjoy it. This frustrating ladder climb as it always is, but I'm enjoying the frustrating ladder climb. So, yeah, we'll see. Thanks for joining me, those who did. I will